Let me see. Bam, there we go. It's the first time I see you, my man. How do I get this shit big? Hold on, I want to get this. There we
Guys,
go.
guys,
Yo,
face cam on.
this is the first time I see
Yeah.
you, my man. What's up, bro? What's up, man? I like the
Yo,
hair. I like the hair. I dig the hair. Hell yeah.
no,
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. See, I can't do that shit, right?
like I don't know what we called it, but yeah, we're
Highlights.
just,
The highlights.
the highlights. But yeah, man, we're here.
Ah, looks
Like, let me
good, man. Looks good, man.
outside.
How long you
Um,
staying there? You said you only staying for like 3 days, yeah?
Monday.
Oh, Monday.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's
Monday,
up.
and then we're out back to Montreal. No,
That's that's what's up. Yo, dude, find out what miners, man, are the most efficient, bro. Because I hear what is it? HNT has always been a good one. I know Twisted Churro. I think he has like two of those. I think he even has a fucking Bitcoin miner. He's been on that shit for a while, and he's been trying to get me on that for years. I want to say now. So those miners, bro, they're good money, man. I mean, you leave them connected and you're getting fucking instant money. I don't even think the electricity that it pulls doesn't even amount to what you get. Like, you guys get a lot of good fucking, even HNT, whether it's $2 right now, three. Let that shit rack up, because HNT will go back up. Everything is gonna go back up eventually, right? So why not just keep racking more and more? And dude, I'm telling you, those miners are it, man. And they're making them so easy now, where you don't even have to do anything to program it, dude. You could literally just turn it on, boom, leave that shit alone, and it makes you money, right? Why not? Why not do it? So definitely find out
yeah.
which one he thinks is like the best one for us to
Well,
use and things like that, and let us know, man.
honestly, he told me he has like a farm of he basically uses GPUs, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So the GPU he uses is a 3090. It's a RTX 3090. It's like it's used for gaming, but you can mine with it. And he only has those for Bitcoin. He doesn't like do HNT or anything else.
So he has the good shit. He has the Bitcoin miners, bro. Damn,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, but like he has like 10 of them and everything. So like he's pretty serious in it,
Yeah.
and he says that the prices right now are very low. Like he bought one for 3K. Like I think like 4 or 5 months ago. It's now at like 1.2, so it's like 60% off.
Telling you, man. Yeah, I mean, now is the time. I'm telling you, just everything is when I say this is discount prices, it's exactly that on everything, man. On miners, on buying long term coins. Everything right now is discount, man. And these are good starter positions, right? How many people didn't start a few years ago or 2 years ago, a year and a half ago with Bitcoin at 20K, and it's sad.
Yeah,
It's sad that, they rode it all the way up to the 60s, probably didn't take any profits, and now right back to the same, this is why
hmm,
it's hard, bro. Like, I was having a conversation, I had a one-on-one yesterday, I think, or the night before, and we were talking about just that, man. That it's hard for a trader to figure out what to do, right? As far as long term, because the whole fact behind you holding long term is for you to hold it for a few years, and eventually, if it's on a steady incline, it'll gradually grow. But we're not seeing that right now, right? We're seeing people that bought Bitcoin at 17, that bought Ethereum at 900 or 1200, right back to where they bought it at, So it's like, fuck, man, did anybody grab profits? Were the ones that did grab profits when it was at its all time highs, were they the smart ones that, just took their money, saved it for times like now, where discount prices, right? Where everything is right back down. Boom, you buy in again, sell it again when it goes back to 20, 30K, right? Or 2, 3K. Ethereum, fucking, 50K on Bitcoin if we ever get back up there. But it's tough, man. It's a tough ball game. That whole, holding long term. It's like, fuck, man. You don't know whether to keep holding. Like, what I was saying to one of my students, and I'll show you guys now. Let me start jumping to these screens. Um, Let me see. I want to show you guys like Matic, right? So Matic, TIC, USDTP. From Beautiful. I love Matic, man. I've always been a big fan of Matic. Matic has always been one of my all-time favorite coins. This is the daily. Yeah, yeah. All right, let me get this on a bigger screen. Bam. Right. So Matic, right? I've played Matic. I've traded Matic in these levels, man. You're talking about when Matic was under a dollar, 40, 30 cents. I even played it around this time when it was at the 17 cents. That's how long ago, But Matic has always shown this, before all of this happened. Let me see, where do I add the lines? Here we go. So Matic had this going on, right? Bigger now. Damn, what a difference from me using this and my iPad, dude. Like, holy shit, man. But I'll get the hang of this. Boom, right? So you had Matic on a steady incline, right? It was a beautiful thing. People that bought at these levels again, right? Mind you, this was in April 2021. They're buying it at 30s, at 40 cents. Anything under 40 cents right
Hey,
here.
hey, by the way, we're not seeing anything right now.
Oh, motherfucker. Goddamn, I gotta get better at this shit. Yo,
I didn't want to cut you off, but I
no,
was like,
no, please,
he's
man,
trying to
dude.
show us something. And,
Please do. Hold on, I'll do it right now. I'll do it right now, guys. Sorry,
even
guys.
my camera cut off.
I'm still a newbie at this, guys. Sorry. Hold on. Chat. No. How do I go live?
But honestly, like for the long term stuff, everybody says like, yo, hold the Bitcoin, hold that. Okay, well, sell when, you know, like so that's hard. But in my opinion, I don't know, because I find mining really really good
Hmm.
because it's like a passive income.
Yeah.
But startup costs a lot. Also, there's the electricity that you gotta put.
Well, for the miners.
Yeah.
Yeah, and well, that's the thing, right? You got to figure that out, man. You got to see if it's worth pulling that much electricity because you got to remember, you got to leave your computer on 24/7 pretty much for
Mhm.
you to, mine, right? And then if you're setting up a few of them, and that's the thing that I even hear sometimes it's not even good to have more than one miner because I think it kind of blocks the signal where when
Yeah.
you have
Yeah.
one, there's different sites where it tests how good your juices are from above and to see if you'll be able to mine really good. Can you guys see my screen now or no? Or
Yeah.
still? You see the Matic, yeah?
No, I can see the Discord.
Damn it, how the fuck do I do
Okay,
this?
well look now you go and change screen.
Okay.
Like go on the screen like the yeah, and then press the arrow. Yeah. No. You close the stream now.
Okay, I see it.
Open
I
up
see
back.
it now. I see it now.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. Now I only see the chart.
Okay. All right. So the same thing what I was just saying with Matic, right? Matic for people that bought Matic at the beginning, bro, they were good, right? Like, look, it's been on a steady incline, right? This, it's not that Matic is a shit coin. Every coin went through this, right? Why? Because the market went to shit. It started,
Yeah, but like tripled more, even more than tripled in value, man. It's like
dude.
300%.
Bro, exactly, man. Mind you, 30 cents, shit went up to almost $3, bro. Like people banked
Yeah.
on this, man. They really did. But again, it goes back to that holding long term, right? Like for the
Mhm.
people that didn't take any profits, and this was more than enough time, man. You had more
Yeah.
than almost a fucking whole year of Matic, like you said, hitting almost 300% from where it was at, right? A lot of people didn't take profits because they're like, no, I'm gonna hold for the next 5, 6, 7 years thinking that it was going to continue a steady incline, which Matic is that good of a coin that it should have. It should have. If it wasn't for the market itself turning into shit, which again, it's not Matic's fault, right? Matic is a good
Yeah.
coin, man. People like Matic for a reason. Before all of that happened, it was on a steady incline. Look, had a nasty sell off. It did. It went the first time to 2.67, went all the way
Hmm.
back down to 70. But look, it went right back up to the threes and had new highs. That's
I think
growth.
that's COVID crash, by the way. I think.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. This is COVID. This is just everything, man. So it,
Mhm.
it sucks. It sucks for the people that bought at this time, because look, we came right back to those levels, right? In June of this year, we were right back to those levels, man. So if you didn't grab profits, it sucks that, it didn't happen. But that's a part of it, right? That's
Mhm.
knowing just, when to grab profits, man. And a lot of people like I've met a lot of people along the way from me doing Discord, man, the past 3 years, hearing different opinions, man. And one person that I don't even talk to this day, man. We kind of had a fallout, but I do remember one thing that he told me, which made sense. He was like, Kenny, anytime I invest money and I almost 3x or 4x my investment, which again, if you bought Matic here, you put a few hundred
Yeah,
thousand, whatever, a thousand, and they got all the way up to here, you're tripling your money almost, right?
yeah,
Grab that shit. He's like, Kenny, you grab your profits. You go look for another fucking coin to do the same exact thing. You understand? Like, you don't keep just holding these things. And again, everybody's views are different, right? Some people know. Some people are like, dude, if you're going to invest, Warren Buffett, if you're into invest, then you're into it, right? You're going to be in there for 10 years and you're just going to hold, hold, hold and add on all these dips. And that makes sense too, right? There's two coins to it. There's two ways of looking at it. Either one, you can be that guy where you invest in something, you double or triple your money, you pull it out. You put it into
yeah.
something else. You keep moving your money around. You understand? You never put all your eggs in one basket. You keep moving your money around, right? There's those kinds, and again, those kind of people took advantage of this. I'm sure, man. When they fucking bought it at 40 cents, went up to fucking $3, they tripled or quadrupled their money. They take it out. They're happy, right? Again, you have your other investors. That is this, right? That you bought it here. And fine, you didn't take profits here, you didn't take a penny. Okay, this is what an investor does, right? They hold long term. So what happens when it breaks trend, it goes to shit, what will happen right now? These are your dips, right? These are your moments. This is why TA is so important, guys. TA is this, right? We were here a year ago, right? 2021, April 2021. We're here a year later, July 2022. TA shows you this, right? Doing the proper TA. Look, this is a small demand zone that I was able to grab right here at the very beginning that's showing me it's a strong support. Boom. What happens? We have a nasty, nasty fall. Where does it bounce off of? Coincidence? I think not, man. Like, history repeats itself, and I will say this to you guys over and over again. History repeats itself. These patterns are super fucking repetitive, right? When I tell you guys to study your patterns, I don't tell you guys to read the whole book on 250 patterns. No. Study the ones that are popular. Your top 10, top 15 patterns, which are your cup and handles, your wedges, your bear flags, your inverse head and shoulders, your double tops, your double bottoms. Those are the ones that you will see repetitively come out on these charts. And this is why people are able to bank on them, because these are moves, these are patterns that show, that historically has shown to perform, right? And again, just because you have a head and shoulders doesn't mean it's always going to happen. Look, you have a head and shoulders right here.
Yeah,
Shoulders,
that's
head,
nice. That's a nice
shoulders,
one.
boom, right? Came down. It performed, but not all the time. That doesn't mean that, if you find one of these patterns, 9 out of 10 or 100 times it's gonna happen. No. No, because then, everybody would get fucking rich every time they find the head and shoulders. Everybody would only look for head and shoulders because that's the 100% move that it's always gonna happen. That's not the way the market works, man. The market throws you curveballs, right? They don't want you to think that these patterns are successful and repetitive. So what do?
Hmm.
Oh, they throw in something that looks like a head and shoulders, right? Next thing you know, instead of it coming down, people are all coming down on it. Boom, goes right back up, right? So the market is designed for that, man. It's designed to take our money, right? We always got to try to be. Hold on, we always got to try to be one step ahead of the game, just like what happened today, right? Somebody said it in the chat. They're like, dude, when news coming out today, the meeting, blah blah blah. You know, expect a spike and then a fucking downfall, right? Because that's been the that's been the trend, right? Every time we get some shitty news or even good news now, it spikes up, boom, and then it comes down. Or vice versa. Or it'll go down, boom, nasty fall, and then the spike up is bigger than where it was at, right? So those are things that you guys gotta pay attention to, man. Like, we have that calendar pinned in the chat. Whenever you're looking for these events, look at that calendar. Watch, I'll go to it right now. I
The
can get out.
Forex Factory.
Yeah, yeah, dude. Like, it's there for a reason, guys. Look, it's right here. You go to pin.
By the way, Kenny, a crypto I wanted you to look at was Waves. It's like I've been looking at it for the past week.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know. I love how it works.
Waves, dude. I was looking at Waves when I was doing a live in one of these other classes,
Hmm.
and I was looking at Waves because Waves on the daily was down there, man. And the only reason I didn't want to jump on it yet because I was waiting for a break that it broke. Can I'll show you right now. It broke and it came right back down to it. So I should have been paying attention to a little more yesterday because I really do want to get in Waves. Waves looks fantastic, and I'll show you right now.
Yeah.
Hold on, yeah, you know what? Let's go over ways. But again, just so you guys can understand that long term thing, right? Just there's two ways to invest, man. There's like I said, either you invest in and you double your money, you triple your money, you take it out, you move it around, or if you are that long term Warren Buffett kind of holder, then you know what? Even if you bought up here, if you had that shit luck, and I'm one of them guys. I'm a fucking top buyer. I'm a fucking buy high, sell higher kind of guy because it just happens. It happens to be that I'm that kind of guy, right? However, that's what I've learned and try to master with my DCAs. That I know me as a trader, and I study myself as a trader, right? I know that my entries aren't the best. They're not. I'm fucking, admitting it to you guys right here and there, right? Like I'm not the best entry guy. However, I'm really good at TA, man. I study my ass off on this shit. And just because I get a bad entry doesn't mean I can't get out of a trade. And I've done it with you guys plenty of times. With one DCA, when you have other traders DCAing 5, 6, 7 times and still taking a loss. I've been able to show you guys that with just one fucking DCA, man, at the right time, you can get out of a jam, right? Same goes for you long-term investors, Warren Buffett guys, right? If you bought let's say Matic up here because you were just new to crypto, you saw the wave coming up, you got excited. Shit, man, you dropped 100K, 1,000, whatever it is, $500, $20, doesn't matter. You bought it up here. This is your entry now, 2.7. It's super high, right? Especially what we're at compared to right now. Doesn't mean you're out, right? Doesn't mean you did a bad thing. This is what investing does for you, right? And learning TA. Yo, do me a favor, who's ever mute yourself. I got feedback on that, please.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, bro. Just because you bought up here doesn't mean it's a bad thing, man. Like you can still manage your portfolio or your trade or your coin or your stock, whatever it is long term. You can still do it right with proper TA, right? So again, I saw this at the beginning, right? I was drawing Matic out the other day. I put a nice demand zone, mind you. It was before we even dropped here. Had I been looking at this, staring at it, probably wasn't sick out of my ass, we could have caught this right here because it was a beautiful demand zone, right? Demand zone that it hasn't broken yet. This is still valid until it breaks. If it would have broke down, yeah, that's it. This whole demand zone is invalid. That's what they are, right? They invalidate whenever they break. Dude, a perfect bounce, man. Like almost, I want to say not perfect, but almost damn near fucking perfect bounce on that, right? So that's what TA does for you, man. If you guys bought up here because you're like me and you have shitty fucking entries, and it's okay, that's not a terrible thing, right? Like it's not the worst of the worst, scenarios, doesn't mean you can't get out of this, right? Like if you're long term in this, boom, let's say you plan on investing, I want to say 10K on Matic, right? And that's all the money you have. And again, you're obviously diversifying, right? You're putting not all your eggs in one basket. But if you were to ever invest that kind of money and you want to invest on Matic, you're not putting the whole 10K in one shot. You're breaking it down. You're putting 5K as your starter position, right? Because you don't know this might happen, right? You're thinking that's just going to go up. So if you would have put your 20K, you would have been stuck here. That's it. You're stuck. Unless you pull out some fucking savings money and you happen to, grab some extra money and you can throw another 20K, it'll lower your average, right? But if you're starting off on anything that you want to hold long term and you have a set amount of money that you want to put on that coin, on that stock, start it small, man. Give it a starter position. Those are my favorites, man. I always, I do that with my trades now. They're not full long-term plays, but I tell you guys, hey guys, I'm going long on this. It's a risky trade. I'm going light because this is my starter position, right? All that means is that you're putting something on it so you can now keep your eyes on this, right? Once you start breaking down your TA and seeing your levels, you have levels here, we have levels here, we have levels here. These are all levels that you will be looking at to average down because, again, what goes up must come down eventually, man. And what goes down must come up. We came down on Matic hard, right? And again, it's not Matic's fault. It's the market. The market's been shit. But we're not out. These are discount prices, right? These are, for these guys that got up here, this would have been it right here. The minute it hit this demand zone, if you had 20K, put away for this trade and you only have about 5 or 10K in here, that other 5 or 10K should have been added whenever you've seen a demand zone like this one. Right here was another one. Could have put another 5K on this, another 5K. And what does that do is when your entry, hold on, let me get this entry line. Put this one gold for entry. So again, if you had bought it originally up here, boom, these are points, right? These are points that you look at, man. This is what TA does for you. It gives you that option that, you know what, man, fuck, I'm not good at entries, but I can always average down on a good point where it's showing me that it's starting to build, right? Starting to build off of support, starting to build off, especially off of the demand zone. Like, look at the reaction off this demand zone. It hit right there. And it gave us a beautiful run up from there, all the way from 30 to almost 80 cents, almost $1 actually. You know, that's strong. That's showing you that there's some fucking buyers in here that really didn't want to see Matic go under that price. And why? Because historically it was there, right? And what happened? Boom, look at the run up from here. From these levels, look at the run up. And if you boxes out, let me see if I know how to do this. God damn, I hate this fucking thing. Hold on. Exit. Let me do the box. Where's the box on this thing? Yeah, guys, I'm gonna have to play with this desktop a lot more just so I can know where all my tools are because I can't even find the simple box on this thing. Jeez. Alright, whatever, but yeah, let me show you guys what I mean. Okay. Alright, so again, if you were boxing this in right here, perfectly, man. Squared out. There's your support. There's your resistance. You had a breakout, man. Beautiful breakout from here, right? If you had that squared off, there we go. I can still add my lines like this. Here we go. See, guys, you can teach an old dog new tricks, man. Man, there's your resistance right there. Right? Squared off, man. Support, resistance, breakout. What happens every time I show you guys breakouts? It runs. You know, something about breakouts. This is why I love breakouts. Those are my favorite trades. I love this. You know, I hate sideways action, right? You don't really get much fun when you're trading sideways. You know, we all been staring at Bitcoin the past few days on just sideways motion. I keep telling you guys, I'm like, guys, stop staring at that shit. You know, go play with the alts right now because the alts are pushing. You know, and I think even Twisted posted it in the chat. When BTC dominance is going up and Bitcoin is sideways, what happens? Your alts move, and your alts move big. So look at CHZ today. Even before Mr. Doge caught the short, it was pushing, man. Like while Bitcoin was coming down, I was thinking about longing it. You know, before he called his short, I was like, maybe he's right. Let me not even fucking, play, or gamble with it. And he called it beautifully, man. CHZ, USDTP. He called it at the very, very top, man. Beautiful play by him, bro. Like, good for him. Look at that. Right? It was at that, broke demand zone. And again, look, small demand zone. It doesn't have to be crazy, right? But what happens when you break a demand zone or supply zone? You get a fat candle. You get a big candle, man. You know, this is what, the daily? So it was a whole day after it broke this supply zone, ran up for a whole day. But today, my man caught it on this right here and wrote it down beautifully, man. Like, he really did catch that shit, like, to the T, man. Good for him. You know, I was looking at this earlier. I was seeing it play around this demand zone, and I was looking at even when this candle went up, that would have normally caught me, man, because, I'm seeing a resistance. However, again, your market is red, right? Trade with your trend. Look, change percentage, you're only going to have two greens opposed to all this red. Red, 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 red. What are you doing? You trade with the trend. Had I gone for this long, probably would have got 10, 20%. Boom, that's it. Stop loss at entry, not much. He did it smart. He went with the trend. He saw that the whole market was going down, that Bitcoin just had a nasty drop. He played the short right at resistance. Look at that. Nothing but red candles after red after red. And again, he's still not out of it. Look, this can easily scoop, boom, do that little H design, right? Little H pattern that I was telling you guys about before. Now he's at resistance right now. So he can easily still see that 1,000%. And shit, if the market continues like this, I guarantee you he will. But now he just needs to break this little part right here. This little support that is at. So TA, man, TA does that for you guys. This is why I want you guys to know TA. I don't want you guys to just start trading blindly. I want to see if this guy's in here. What's his face? See, he's not in here, man, and I'm gonna chew his ass out on that one. But that one dude that keeps running all over the place. Hey guys, what call? Who's call? Who's calling this? I'm like, dude, calm down. Learn something first before you guys are jumping into everybody's calls, right? Learn, man. Like learn some TA, learn something that will help you guys get better at drawing this, right? Will help you get better at understanding these trades. Will help you get better at understanding what these guys are throwing out. Because just because Mr. Dojo or myself or Amro throws a call doesn't mean it's always gonna hit. And especially if you got more eyes on it, right? If we're all looking at it as a team, as a good vibes team, we can all see something that maybe he didn't see. You know, this is why I love, dude, teamwork, man. Teamwork is crazy. When you have a whole server and a group of guys like-minded like us, you know, that all want to, you know, experience the same thing, you can, wonders come out of it, man. You know, I've been in part of teams like this where we get up to 10, 20 guys every day on live and we all fucking just are all connected and all looking at plays and looking at different charts. And we all help each other, you know, try to achieve that financial freedom, man. Like it's nothing, it's a beautiful thing. Right, so let me see. Let me look at waves, right? So we're looking at waves. SDT, bro. And when I tell you I was looking at it, I was looking at it, my guy. Waves. SDT. Damn. Is it still? I want to see which one is the chart, though. This is not the chart that I was looking at, though. Let's see. Well, kind of. Yeah, yeah. No, this is not it. Even though, but look at waves, man, right? So waves. Hold on, let me see if we can get a bigger chart. I want to see what the daily. There we go. There we go. Okay. Look at waves, right? Waves is almost doing the same thing that we were just seeing on Matic, where it's at a demand zone. You know, it's at a demand zone right now. Strong support, literally in the zone. You know, it's in the zone, and either we can play this long because you know, it's here. It's a safe trade, right? You're in a demand zone, right? So if you do long it from here, this is where your stop loss is going to be. That's it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you're longing this and we're taking the chance, and again, it's not a bad trade at all. You know, even though right now the red, you know, today's redness is probably not going to help. Maybe it'll give us a better entry on this. So we'll keep looking at this, you know, and this is a daily. You know, we could break this down into smaller time frames and really see what we can see, right? Let me see. Have our overall downtrend always, right? Have your tops. It's your tops. Boom. So overall, we're still in a downtrend on this, right? Like we still can still grab a nice long from even where it's at right now, man. And why? Because these are safe trades. These are the trades that and again, I'm going over this with you guys now, but I was doing this same I was looking at waves, I want to say a day or two ago in another server, right? I was doing classes there and I was telling the guys the same thing. It's a safe trade. This is what I look for. These are the kind of trades that if I'm doing 2 to 5%, this one is taking my 5%, right? Risky trades up here, middle of no man's land. You have your support down here, your resistance up here. You know, catching a trade in here, it's a risky trade because you have so much downfall, you know, to kind of hover on and wait for that support, you know, or what do you say, or your stop loss. It has to be down here, right? A proper stop loss should always be placed under a strong demand zone, right? So this is why you want your longs in a demand zone. Because when you getting it right here, boom, stop loss is right here, minimize damage, right? Like, and again, anything that I've seen break a demand zone, it goes to shit, man. Like, it really does go to shit. You know, Bitcoin is there, it broke a demand zone, it went to shit. You know, even when Bitcoin was at 30K, we all talked about it, man. Me, Amarino, like, we all talked about 30K being that level. We had a nice demand zone on the weekly at that on Bitcoin. What happened when it broke? It broke, man. Like, it broke, and all you saw was just a huge, huge red candle. You know, hasn't been back ever since. That's how strong demand zones are. Now we don't have that demand zone on Bitcoin. Now we got to make new ones now. You know, and I will go check it right now. But I just want to show you guys that demand zones are it, man. Like if you guys learn this, you know, learn anything, learn your support and resistance, learn your demand zones, right? Learn your trend lines. Anything after that, you guys can do whatever the fuck you want, bro. If you want to throw in EMA lines with your demand zones and trend lines, boom, throw it. If you want to throw in the MACD, whatever makes you guys comfortable, right? Whatever makes you guys comfortable. Again, what works for me might not work for you guys, and vice versa. But I'm telling you one thing that I've seen work for everybody is knowing fucking demand zones, knowing your support and resistance. Those are one of the most basic things that you can learn and pick up. And even Astro said it yesterday, right? Simplify things. Don't make these things hard, man. You don't have to put 20 indicators to be a good trader. That's not a good trader, man. It can be as simple as just supply and demand and actually catching these things when you see it at certain zones. People that really time that shit out good like that, they make great trades, man. Whenever I find trades like this that I'm in a strong demand zone, yo, dude, I want to say 8 out of 10 times it's a good fucking trade. Like I make bank on that shit, man. 200-300 percenters, even at 20x. And mind you, these are my safe trades, right? So I like 20x on a strong demand zone, right? 20x from here to there is not that bad of a drop, man. It's like 20-30%. I'll risk 20-30% for something that can possibly give me this up here, which would be a 50, 100, 200% all the way from down here to up here. That's your risk to reward. That's proper risk to reward, right? And here, I'll show you guys. Hold on. Long position, right from where it's at. God, I hate using this thing. Hold on. Bam. Don't worry, guys. I'll get better with this shit. I promise you guys. But risk to reward should always look something like this, where you're not risking that much, but your reward is should be good, right? Should be grand. Should be always a lot bigger than what you're risking. You know, this on a 10x, you're losing 20%. That's golden, bro. Like that's golden on a 10x. You're only losing 20% of your margin on this. What's your upside? 20, 10 times what? Almost 100. That's over 100%er if it gets up to that high. But again, this is where your TA comes in, right? Of course, it would be fucking fantastic if we could get all the way up here. However, reality hits, right? We got to think about reality. Look, we have a resistance right here. There's your first TP. Mind you guys, when I throw TPs, I'm not throwing you guys shit lines, man. I'm throwing you guys lines that I'm seeing that it hits, right? That it's showing resistance. This is why 90% of the times I'm in a trade, I'm always closing right before it hits resistance. Why? Because or my TP point. Why? Because I know in my mind that it's a resistance point. So I'm not gonna wait for it to actually hit. Sometimes, a lot of the times I've been on trades where I'm looking at it, right? And it'll go right there, barely nip it, come right back down to entry. So you're telling me I'm never going to take profits if it doesn't hit TPs? Hell no. I'm a profit taking man, bro. I like taking profits. I teach my mind, I train my mind to grab whatever the market can give me because I know what greed does, right? I'm very aware. I think we all are really good aware of what greed does when you want more and more. You don't get it 90% of the times, right? Oh shit, I got 100%. Damn, I want 200. That's greed. That's you wanting more than what the market can give you. Doesn't always work out that way, man. Trust me on that. Try to be happy with what the market can give you. Remember, I'll tell you guys this a million times. Crypto 24/7, 7 days a week. On Christmas, I was trading Bitcoin after my kids went to sleep. That's how much of a fucking degenerate I am. But hey, it's gotten me to where I am now, right? It just shows you that you can trade this whenever you want. Trade smart. Don't let greed kick in because it will win all the fucking time, man. I'm telling you guys from experience. Greed is hard to control. It is. It's not. There's nothing that I can teach you guys, you know, that will help with that, right? Like it's something you have to learn within yourself. And again, the more we drill it in you guys' head, every live I do, I will bring that shit up every time just so I can drill it in your guys' head. That greed is cancer. I've heard that the first 2 months, the first month when I first started trading almost 3 years ago, and it's dawned on me and it's stayed with me ever since. Every time I mess up on a trade, is greed, man. Oh shit, I didn't put a stop loss. That's greed. Oh damn, I didn't grab profits over here. That's greed. It's gonna get you every time, man. So learn how to take what the market can give you. If we're getting in long here, we know that we have a resistance here, right? And we have a minor one right over here. So this would be another one. These are your TP points, you know. Again, you're not making these points because you need it to hit that point. Absolutely fucking not. No, you're putting these there so it can give you a warning that, hey, if it does break this, you might see some even better profits and it'll go to level 2. And hey, if it breaks level 2, then shit, man, you might see some even more better profits because it'll probably go to level 3. You understand? But just because it's there does not mean that it's going to hit it. You understand? Like I dawn on that shit, man, because I've had traders do that, man. I've had people DM me, "Hey Ken, we never hit TP1, so I never took it." I'm like, "Yeah, but TP1 is almost 150%." And mind you, I'm not calculating on putting it there at 150. No, I'm putting it there because that's where I see it. You know, that's where I see it. So just because we don't hit that TP, you're not gonna grab profits. I've seen it happen, guys. I've seen people not take profits at 150% because it did not hit that TP. Next thing you know, they're taking the loss for negative 90 or negative 80, and they're closing it for good. So it's like we're quick to close for a loss, but we won't take profits. We'll hesitate to take profits. That's a problem, man. I'm telling you, those are things that we got to work on as a team, right? And we remind each other in these chats every day, guys, take profits. Take profits when you got it. You know, if you didn't get a good entry, that's okay. One thing I hate is when you guys chase, man. Fuck, I hate that shit. You know, it boils my blood because it's like you grabbed, and mind you, either you took the loss or the win. It's still chasing when you're jumping in on a trade at 2 seconds after you close it. Why? You know, and I asked that question, guys. Why do you chase it? Oh, because I could get a better entry now. I'm like, yeah, but you didn't have to close the first one then. If you could have just probably averaged down a bit, and it would have gave you a better entry. If you're so secure on that play, right? There's no need for it, man, guys. I tell you these things from experience, from my 3 years of fuck ups, of trial and error, of everything I've learned in trading, man. You know, I'm not a greedy person. You know, I don't like when sometimes we're in these chats and you guys are asking questions and one of these guys are like, no, man, I don't want to show you guys what I got. That's bullshit, man. That's bullshit. There's enough fucking money in this market for everybody to know anything. I'm never greedy with showing what I learned these past 3 years. Why? Because there's enough money in this market for everybody. Like literally enough money in this market for everybody. Knowledge is power, right? If I'm doing a few things that are showing me how to become a better trader, why would I be an asshole and not show you guys the same? What's gonna happen? You guys become better than me? Then fuck yeah. I applaud that, right? Like I want you guys to be fucking better than me. Maybe you guys could teach me something, and again, look, I'm still a student of the game. I was busy yesterday and I still managed to make Astro's class. And if I didn't, I had the recording just in case. But I'm gonna watch it, right? And I'm gonna be there because I'm still learning. I'm a student of the game, man. I'm still learning. I learned something from Astro yesterday. I learned something from Paper Profits. What was it, last week? I learned something from Crisp 2 weeks ago when we had him here. I learned something from Kiko 3 weeks ago when we had him here. That's my whole point for Good Vibes, is to bring you guys different traders every fucking day if I can, man. And of course, we don't have that many traders to do every day, so I'm spreading it apart, right? Like one a month, two different traders a month. That way, it can keep you guys on your toes, and you can pick these guys apart and learn from them on a day-to-day basis. Pick what you like, pick what you don't like. Same goes with me, right? I'm not the best fucking trader in the world. I don't claim to be, but you guys can still learn something from me. You know, you guys can still ask questions. Be like, hey, Kenny, how do you do this? How do you learn this? Well, here, guys, you got to study this, blah, blah, blah. Boom. And make it into your own system. What works for me, again, might not work for you guys. But I guarantee you that if you guys stick with me long enough, you'll learn some shit. You're going to learn some cool shit in trading. And you're going to make it into your own system. And I'm going to keep bringing you guys more traders for you guys to learn from. You understand? It's a process, guys, man. I'm telling you guys, this is something that I plan on doing the rest of my life. I love it. I left my 9 to 5 for this. I haven't been this happy doing a job. This is not a job to me, man. Like when you're really doing something you love, it's not a job. And you guys see me in these chats. Like I'm, sick as a dog. I'm still fucking hustling, trying to find good deals for us, for our team, for our server. Right? This is home. So I'm gonna make sure that I bring you guys the best of the best because it represents us. It's hence the name, man. Good vibes, bro. Like, the reason I named it that is because we've all gone through our bullshit, right? I've gone through my shit working with 20 different other people, and I'm in 50 servers and trying to find the right partners and this and that, and I've been screwed over. I've been in a server where the owner, takes 40,000 and doesn't tell us shit, right? And runs with the money. I've heard your guys' stories. You guys been in those servers. Valkyrie was one of them. These other ones, Ascend, all these scumbag fucking servers that, love taking people's money and then they run, right? Like that's karma, man. Karma will get those guys. You know what I mean? Good vibes is not about that. Good vibes is about us spreading just that, man. Spreading good vibes, spreading knowledge, helping one another. And that in itself, I mean, look where we're at, right? We have less than a month here. We almost have 400 members, over 100 paying members. Dude, I've been in 50 servers for for 3 years. I've never seen, let alone a paying membership or anything like that, grow as fast as it has with Good Vibes. There's something about us that we're doing right? Maybe it's the energy, whatever it is, man. But it's not going anywhere, man. And I can promise you guys that shit that I'm gonna put my heart and soul into this server. I'm gonna only continue to get us the best of the best deals for all you guys. You guys, look, I don't like Bybit. I don't fucking like Bybit. That's me, right? But what did I do? I went and got you guys a deal that's gonna get whoever uses our link 20% off their trading fees. They're not doing that shit for everybody, and I know because I know a lot of people that are affiliated with Bybit. They're only affiliated. That's it. They're not getting their members discounts. I told them I didn't want that Bybit affiliated if it's not my members getting a discount. So I had to fight for it, and I got it. That's it. I'm waiting for the link. As soon as I get it, I'm gonna post it up, and you guys can have your Bybit because I know a lot of you guys have Bybit in general, right? So why not get fucking 20% off your trading fees? That's what I'm about, man. I'm about fucking everybody eating. I'm about all of us learning, bro. Like it's me, man. It's who I am. You guys continue to rock with me, man. We're gonna continue doing great things. But that's me just talking on the side like always and sidetracked. Any questions so far, man? Oh shit! Hold on. Let me get my man in here real fast. Give me 1 second. Gotta head out, but can you explaining DCA is very important, guys. DCA is the best way to make real money in spot holding. Amen to that, bro. Absolutely right. Look, this is the guy that I want to know why he isn't in here. All right. In here. All right. All right, man. So yeah. So that's it, man. I wanted to hit up on that. Let's all for sure congratulate my man, Mr. Doge, man. Like this man has earned his spot here with us from day one. He's been in here from the very beginning, man. I know this dude for I want to say almost a year now from another server. And the funny story behind that is that he was fucking me and him. We didn't like each other at the beginning. I thought he was a kid and he was just coming out with some stupid remarks. And he kind of disrespected me in one. And I told him, man, I went off on his ass. I was like, listen, man, I don't know if you don't know me, but I don't play that shit. I don't play the disrespect game. I'm not a kid. He apologized to me. Ever since then, me and him have been fucking best friends, man. Like the kid, I love the kid's energy. He wants this and he's hungry. And I'm always gonna support that, right? Like anybody that really wants this and shows that they're hungry, I'm gonna push. I'm gonna push and push until you guys get this, because again, that's just who I am. Him, I have big plans for Mr. Doge, man. And the more hungry he shows me he is and keeps making killer calls like that, the more I'm gonna keep, pushing him to do better and better, man. And I'm a man of my word. First thing I said to everybody, whoever wants to be an analyst here, they have to start at the very beginning. There's no free rides here. I didn't have a free ride when I was making a name for myself for Kenny D Crypto, right? I didn't start off with just going in 50 servers. No, I had to grind for that shit, man. I had to grind day and night, put more calls than half these other analysts out, put better calls in them for me to grind, for me to get to where I'm at. And he's showing me that. He's showing me that he wants it. So first things first, right? I'm a man of my word. I told him I'm going to get him his own channel. I'll build it for him tonight. The man has his own channel. He wants to be bigger than that, right? He's like, Kenny, I want to spread my name like you. All right, well, I have my connections. I got a bot guy for him that's going to make him his bot. I think he already has one, actually. So now we're going to put him in different servers. We're going to start him off with us, of course, because he's family. I have another partnership with one of my big servers there. Then again, I meant what I said when I wrote it in free chat. I'm not planning on being in all these 50 servers my whole life, man. Like, I was really aiming towards the end of this year, cutting every server that I'm in and only focusing my time and energy to Good Vibes and to my other partners, which are stock dads and crypto dads. Those are guys that I've been working with for a year. Great fucking guys. Those are my peoples, man. Those are my partners, like good-hearted people. I only surround myself with good-hearted people. You understand? But that's it. At the end of this year, man, most likely you will only see my calls in here and in that server. That's it. I want to focus my time and energy to you guys. That's it. I'm blessed to say that it was fun being in all these servers. And again, look, man, I'm not bullshitting you guys. Like, I'm in a lot of fucking servers, man. But it's draining jumping from server to server. I don't want to do that anymore. So believe me when I tell you guys, man, that sooner or later it's just gonna become just good vibes. Um, hold on, I gotta connect my battery. Sooner or later it's just gonna become good vibes, man, and that's it. That's where home is gonna be. That's where you're gonna catch my calls, and we're gonna continue to make this thing just exactly for what I want it to be, man. I want it to be huge, man. I want us to be those guys that everybody knows about, man, and that we're gonna have the best of the best traders, man. I guarantee you that. All right. So with that being said, guys, I still do have a few runarounds, man. Today's my last day. I went to the gym finally today. I feel better. I'm not 100%, but I definitely feel like I'm in my 90s, which is good enough for me, man. That's it. I'm not gonna keep dragging this fucking COVID shit. I already tested myself this morning too, and I'm out of it. Thank God. So no more COVID. Still a little foggy, but that's it. Starting tomorrow, I'm not going anywhere this weekend. I'm gonna be trading, man. I want to find trades. Honestly, this is one, guys. This is one that I really, excuse me, that I really do like. I really do like this one, man, because this is prime example of what good trade should be, and it's in a demand zone. Right now I'm waiting for this to turn. I'm waiting for all this red to turn, to finally show us. And again, we're at that little minor, DCA line that which would have been it, right? If we would have gotten anything up here. But we're at that line right now. We're at a nice little, somewhat, support, little minor support. Came down and started to build a little bit from it, right? If we start to do this, I'm on this. I'm on this because it's a great fucking trade, man. 10x. I can go in deeper, right? This is another thing. I want to start learning how to trade with bigger money and use low leverage. I keep hearing that's a thing, right? But again, it's never gonna be that I'm gonna put 80% of my port. That's stupid, man. That's gambling. It's never gonna be that I'm putting 50% of my port. Again, that's stupid. That's gambling. When I tell you guys that I plan on getting a little heavier, yeah, maybe I'll go to 10% of my port. That's it. And the reason I tell you guys that is because 10% of my port, at a stop loss at 20%, it's fine, right? That's still good risk management because if this performs, again, I showed you guys what was the P&L for this. It's almost over 100%. You understand? I'm willing to risk 20% to get that 100% or more. You see what I'm saying? It's all around. It's a good trade, man. I'm glad he brought up Waves Marino earlier because this is one that I really do like. But again, when I was looking at it in that other class, we were up here. And I'm glad I didn't get on because look what happened today. Sometimes you gotta wait for things like that, man. Like those news like today. Again, it doesn't just because Bitcoin had that shit drop it did today doesn't mean that this is gonna end up down here. It had its drop with it, right? It followed suit. But now, what happens after every nasty drop? It finds support. You find support and you start to build. Every drop, right? Nasty drop, finds support, builds. So, that's what I'm waiting for this one, man. This one actually really looks really, really good. I want to see what it looks like on a smaller time frame. 15 minute doesn't look too bad either. But look at the reaction off of that line. So this might be one that I'm looking at today, man. Even though I told myself I would give myself today the last day, but if this one presents itself, I'm on it, and you'll see me call it. 4. See, set yourself up for success, man. We still have a minor downtrend right here. We have a few touches. Still a downtrend, right? 1, 2, 3 points. Lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. There's your downtrend. Identify these things, right? Let me see if I actually do this. I think we kind of in a bearish channel. I don't think it is though. Let me see. Got that point there. Nah, see, it's too out of it. Well, kind of like a bearish channel, only you had a breakout on it, came right back into the channel. And again, that was just obviously because of today, the drop that it had. But a nice long from here to there could be good. A breakout from here is where I set myself up for success. Crossing up, I want a complete candle to cross up from that. So now I can wait, right? Now I don't have to stare at this, for hours to see if it might go up there. I can just set alerts, look at my alert right there for this line that if it crosses above it, I want to get on, something I want to look at. But of course, like I said, guys, man, this trade, I think we might just go on this shit, man. Just throw like a nice 10x on this. Again, stop loss on this shouldn't be more than 20%, which is fine. Maybe go in a nice 10%. And these are the safe trades, guys. These are the ones that like I said, whenever I'm saying preaching 2 to 5%, I mean it, right? Like 2 to 5%, it should be your go-to. And again, some people might not think it's a lot, but it's compounds, man. These things add up. Safe trading, right? Safe trading is this: having a nice demand zone, getting your entry in the demand zone, which is even better as long as it doesn't break under, and having that stop loss right there to make sure that if this decides to bleed out the way market does, right? Like it happens. If it does bleed out, that you're minimizing the damage. You have your band-aid right here in case if it does decide it wants to go to shit. But honestly, this is not a bad entry at all, man. Nice little support right here. It's showing you a few times that it's hit, come up, right? Hit, come up. That's maybe what we'll get right now. So I might just get on this, man, and just probably swing this, bro, to be honest. Any questions on this chart? Any questions on anything else that I'm speaking of? Remember, guys, no question is a dumb question, man. Don't be embarrassed. I've had a few members, and I'll even make an announcement if you guys want. I'll make the announcement, man, because I had a member or two. I had two members write me this. They're like, "Hey, Kenny, they keep DMing me," and I'm like, "Dude, I'd rather you guys just talk in the chat because sometimes I don't check my DMs, man. I get a lot of DMs, and I just like to wait for the end of the day to answer those. But I'll always answer, in chat talks, right? Like I'm always in the chats. Don't be scared to ask questions, man. I had one member tell me, "Hey, Kenny, is that you guys sound so smart. A lot of the guys there sound like they know exactly what the fuck they're doing." And you're right, they do. A lot of these guys that are in here are experienced fucking guys, man. Guys that I love, that I've kicked it with, that I've traded with for the past few years. They're the smart fucking guys, man. This is what I want for us, the best of the best here. However, that should never, ever discourage any of you in asking questions. Right? How do you expect to get better if you're not asking the right questions? If you're not asking questions, period. I tell you guys this because I was in your steps, right? I was the other guy on the other side, listening to these lives, right? And you know what? Every time the guy unmuted himself, "Hey guys, any questions?" I was the fucking first one, man. I was hungry. I was the first one, like, "Oh shit, wait, guy. So how do you get that line over there?" Oh, okay, so look, and again, those guys never once made me feel like an ass for asking any questions, right? Never, not once. And I don't want my guys, and I guarantee you that shit, man, that if anybody in my team ever makes any of you guys feel like shit or stupid for asking a question, they'll be the first ones gone. Because I don't play that shit, man. Like, I'm really about everybody having their chance to learn what we know here. You understand? And if you guys ever have questions, bro, like please ask. Nobody in this chat is gonna make you feel stupid. They're not gonna fucking point fingers. They're not gonna laugh, because you don't know the right terminology. Google it then, How many times I haven't been caught stumped in certain things? Oh, what does this mean? FOMC? Oh shit, all right, let me Google it. FOMC is this? Okay. If you can't find it in Google, come to us. Guys, what does falling wedge mean? Like how can you identify it? Oh shit, no problem, dude. Here, We'll put up the pictures for you guys. We'll show you a few charts. We're that kind of group, man. We want you guys to learn. We'll never make fun of you guys. So please. And again, I'm gonna make the announcement because I know some of you guys are still scared to talk sometimes, and that's okay. But don't ever be discouraged in any of these chats to ask questions. And like I said, if anybody was to ever disrespect any of you guys, you come to me and I'll take care of that shit because I don't do that. I'm part of these other servers where a lot of these younger cats that are 12, 13 years old are there talking shit to people. I don't want that in my server, man. I've been part of those servers where these guys are clowns, and they're fucking cursing up a storm and they think that shit is cute. I don't. I don't want that kind of server. I want a server where people are going to help each other, on a day-to-day basis, not fucking push each other down. Like, if you want that kind of shit, go somewhere else, please, not here. All right? So, oh, yeah, man.
Yo, Kenny,
What's up, my man?
can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I'm in the car right now, so I'm not sure if you can fully hear me.
Is this Theo? My man Theo?
Yeah, this is Theo, yeah.
My brother. I saw the picture you sent me, brother. I saw it. I'm itching to
I,
get this
I,
thing going, bro. I'm itching to get
yeah,
it
so
going.
me too. Should send a screenshot to the group so everybody knows what we're working on.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, they're gonna love that shit, man. One thing I love more is just that, man, engagement. And guys, what we got cooking up for you guys is gonna be super fucking cool, man. We have a bot that we're working on. We're not gonna give you guys all the details now, but very few servers have it. We're gonna specialize and make sure that ours is the top notch bot on doing this, but it encourages you
For
guys
sure.
to be analysts, man, to make calls. We're gonna do all that shit, man. But it's something cooking, man. Until we don't have it, I don't want to jinx it, but it's coming. It's coming, man. We're working on a lot of good things for
I
you
bet
guys.
I was uh, I was thinking of a question that I wanted to ask
What's up?
regarding something you said earlier. You said going 50% of your port is nuts, is gambling.
Yes, sir.
Um, but what is the difference between going 0.5% of your portfolio at 100x instead of going 50% of your portfolio at 1x leverage? It's basically the same, right?
And you know what, brother? I'm glad you touched up on that, man, because I'm still trying to. And you're right. You're absolutely right on that, right? Like I've seen and I've heard some people make successful trades like that, right? Because that's called smart money concept, right? Where you're not risking a lot, but again, your TA has to be on point for that, no? Like your TA has to be where you're catching
Oh,
these all the time at demand zones because if you're putting even that 1% or 50% of your portfolio, even though it's at 1x and you're catching it up here, that drop from here to down here could still affect you badly. You understand?
yeah, that is true.
That's why it's fuck, man. I'm glad you hit it, man. I'm glad you said it because it's one of those things, right? Like where they say different strategies is not wrong, right? I don't want to say it's wrong and I don't want to say it's completely foolish. If you can make it work for you and be successful and have, a good port and you're building your port on a week to week, month to month basis, doing that, then shit, man, by all means, I encourage it, right? From my
Well, the thing
experience,
is,
go ahead. And now let me just say this part. From my
yeah,
experience,
sure.
I've never been good with putting in 50% of my port. And let me tell you why, right? Because I've seen myself trading with 2 to 5%. I feel comfortable, right? I'm okay about the trade. The minute I put more money than what I'm used to trading, my nerves get shaken, right? They a little edgy. How do you say? You make rash decisions
Yeah,
and I
that makes
think,
sense.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like if I'm put it like this, if I'm used to trading every trade at $100, let's say, right? Every trade I'm making good trades, $100. Oh shit, this one up 200%. Bam, bam, right? Comfortable. The minute I trade with $1,000, the first red candle I see is gonna shake me off the trade. I guarantee you that. And again, that's me from experience. I've seen
Yeah,
myself do that. So this is probably why I've always been that way, Theo. Where I'm like, you know what? It's not worth it to me to trade shaking, right? It's not worth it for me to put half my portfolio. And then again, it doesn't matter what leverage to me, man. Like to me, it's you can even go zero leverage and a coin could drop 5-10% easily. I've seen it, right? Like look at some of these drops, 9%, 9. Look right here. Look at this one, 9%. That's unleveraged 9% drop. Imagine you would have been 50% up here because you thought it was going to go long, and you held and you come back and half your port is already down almost 10%. That's a big loss, man. That's still a big loss. See what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
definitely.
So that's
But
my theory on it, Theo. That's honestly my theory on it.
yeah,
If
makes
if
sense. Makes sense.
if if you guys know a way on how to do it that way, and be successful, fuck it, man. Like, I'm not gonna tell you guys no, right? And my way isn't the godly way, the only way to trade. Hell no, like, God no.
Well,
But
the thing is, I use Bybit for my trades because Binance is. I had some troubles with Binance,
hmm
but I can set the leverage. Yeah, basically like any exchange from 1x to 100x on Bitcoin. And whenever I enter the trade, I enter the amount I want to buy, I enter the entry price, and then I enter a stop loss and a take profit. And I always set my take profit in such a way, or I mean my stop loss in such a way that I only risk about 1 to 2%.
hmm
So whenever I set a stop loss at 20k and the entry is 21k,
hmm
and I buy 0.1, then my stop loss it says when the stop loss get hit, you will lose $100.
hmm hmm
And if the stop loss is set in a different way and it says if the stop loss is hit you will lose $50, then I will just buy double that amount.
hmm
So basically every time I enter a trade, I check that I should lose about 1 to 2% of my trade, of my portfolio.
hmm
And then when I change the leverage from 10x to 100x, that whole stop loss thing stays exactly the same. The only thing that changes is that I use with 10x I use a certain margin,
hmm
and with 100x I use 10% of that margin, but I borrow more funds basically.
Yeah.
It literally doesn't change anything about my gains or my losses. Just changes about how much I borrow from Bybit,
Yeah, dude, believe
basically.
again, it's
If that
it's
makes sense.
yeah, no, it makes perfect sense, brother. It's not a bad thing, man, because believe it or not, Theo, I say that, right? And I have my days, man, like that I don't always fucking follow my 2 to 5% rule, right? Because if I feel pretty confident in the trade and I'm getting it at a strong support, and the same thing, right? Like if I know I'm using 100x or 75 or 50x on a trade, I'm not putting in my fucking crazy margin, right? Like, I'm not putting in 20% of my port, because that's risky, man. Risky. When you're seeing me throw 10x trades, 20x trades, those are my safer trades. Those are the ones that deserve a little more money, right? Because it's either one, the stop loss is just right there where it's gonna catch and minimize the damage, and it's close to a support, right? It's close to a strong demand zone, meaning that if it doesn't play out, I'm out. I'm out. That's it. If it turns, comes down, and decides it wants to shit the bed, I'm gonna catch it before all that nasty knifing down comes down, right? The only other thing that I wanted to hit on that too, Theo, is when you guys do that, right? You gotta be careful, right? As far as, let's say you do decide to put in 50% of your port, right? And you do have that stop loss at 1 or 2%, it's right there. All of a sudden, you're tired of watching Bitcoin not do shit. You decide to go to sleep. How many times haven't we woken up to trades where it's like, oh shit, it blew right past the stop loss? Oh my fucking God. Instead of closing at -10, it's now -50, -100, -90 because it blew
Yeah,
past
that is
that.
true.
It
If
happens,
you look,
brother. Those are things that happen, man. That from experience, I've woken up to fucking trades where I'm like, dude, I'm putting in 20% and fuck this, man. I got my stop loss right there at -10% only. I'm only going to miss 10%. And I wake up and the next morning it's showing me -90, -120. And I'm like, what the fuck just happened? And again, and then I'll go back and I'll see the biggest red candle, right? And it blows right by your stop loss. It's scary situations, bro, because you can be
yeah.
working your ass off all month for a nice port, and all it takes is one bad trade to fucking erase everything you just worked for.
If you take a look at today's candles, it was
Oh my
like
God.
5% candles in 5 minutes. Like,
Dude,
yeah, that's about to
dude.
destroy your
Oh
portfolio.
yeah. Oh yeah. Look at your little H pattern forming right here on CHZ. CHZ had, dude, Look, it's one of the nastiest drops today, right now, with 9%. And look at all of these starting to pick up. They were all at about, small percentage, but look, they're all adding up now. 2% now, 3% down here, 4%. The market is dropping, man. It's not doing well, and those are things that we got to look at, man. Flow with the market, man. If the market is red like this, we should be looking for shorts, You'll have your very few ones like KNC and ETC where somehow or another they're still green, but you got to box this thing in. Dude, where is the box on this thing? Hold on, man. I got to find it because that's one of my favorite tools. How do I find this thing? Man, where is that shit, man? This one? Here we go. Racked. Oh, I love this tool right here. Bam. Extend to the right. But you're boxing in a lot of these, man. And, you're just waiting for something to happen. Either the guy's going to get a nice little break from the bottom or a nice break from the top. But right now, after drops like that, consolidation. Now is where the market decides, what it wants to do. And again, while it's deciding, you're going to see this, right? You're going to see up and down. Boom, ran up to here. Came down to here. Big ass candle to bring it right back up. Candles bringing it back down, right? You're going to see sideways action until we decide to find the clear path, man. Right now, it's not showing much, man. Bitcoin, I didn't like this today, man. This is bad, though. I don't like these moves, man. These are breakers, man. These are designed to, people shorting down here because they feel it's going to drop. Boom. The market runs up, hits stop losses galore, right? Now everybody's excited. Oh, shit, we're going to go up from here. They're longing from up here. Boom, reverse. Really hits everybody's stop losses, right? Because even if you longed it from here, you had some kind of support base around here. And this would have been stop loss, right? If you're long in any of this, right? Even if you came down here and you're like, oh shit, let me long it. Boom. You still had a drop that hits support stop losses. It's a dangerous day to trade like that, man. Like, those are the times. And again, I think I'm gonna make a mental note of it, man, where I really don't want to trade on days we're having full FOMC, shit like that, because of this pump and dump, bro. These things are nasty, man. If you were caught on a short on this, you're upset because you got fucking destroyed, right? If you got caught up here on the long because you thought the market was gonna push up because of good news or bad news, right? Then you kind of got fucked on this, So this is why you want to wait for clear direction, man. Wait for clear direction. When you get clear direction, then it's easier to trade these things, trade with the trend, right? But I told you guys, and I've been telling you guys since I've been sick this whole time, right? I'm like, guys, we're sideways, bro. Look, if you box this all in, we're sideways. This is why I'm not a big fan of staring at Bitcoin right now because it's not doing shit. And again, today it made a move. Today it really made a move, right? A big nasty move. But we're almost not far from where it was at right here, doing the same shit, right? Consolidating. And if this decides it wants to come right back in here and do all of this, then we're right back to square one where it's just going sideways. Days like that, man, I'm telling you guys, I used to get hung up on just looking at Bitcoin, dude, not, do nothing. And it's not fun, you're not making any money like this, man. You're barely moving it up and down. Days like that, man, I'm looking at these altcoins, bro. I'm looking at altcoins, seeing what other things are out there. Again, doesn't always have to be a green up here. You can always catch the red ones too, right? Gala. Look, let's look at Gala. Gala doesn't look bad. Gala, all right. Here we have some strong demand zone right now. Gala, we got a demand right there. Have supply up here. Hold on. Oh, here. There we go. All right, ping pong. It's okay, right? We can grab along from here. Boom, stop loss right there, right? If we're gonna short this, wait for it to come back up to its supply zone. Stop loss would be up here. Smart money concept, guys. I'm gonna start. Now, mind you, I'm drilling that shit to you guys. I haven't looked at one video, but I understand what it is. I understand what smart money concept is, man. And again, Theo's not wrong in what he was saying. It's It's just I've never been that guy to half port a trade. Whether it's 5x, whether it's 1x, whether it's 2x. That's just not me, man. I feel like that's real gambler's mentality when you're doing that shit, man. And I don't want you guys to get that gambler's mentality, because eventually it's gonna buckle, man. All that fun and games is all fun when you're half porting and full porting, until it's not fun anymore, and you're on the verge of wanting to quit. I've been there. I told you guys, I think the last time I almost got liquidated, or the last time I was liquidated, was a year and a half ago, man, and I was getting ready to quit. I was almost in tears, balled up in my fucking corner, because I just liquidated, 2 months of hard work in one fucking day. And not even in a day, in 2 hours, I think it took that candle to finish closing. That liquidated me. It's one of the biggest red candles I've ever seen on Bitcoin. It wasn't fun. It wasn't a good feeling. I didn't feel like a fucking good trader after that. I felt like a shit trader, man. And I felt like quitting. That was the last time, bro, that I was this close to saying goodbye to trading, never trading another day of my life. And I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I did it, because I just learned more and more on what not to do after that, right? Like I'm telling you, even when Drew says it in the chats, he's like, hey, sometimes you guys fucking get liquidated. Good, get liquidated. And he's right. Sometimes it takes for you guys to get liquidated to understand what you're getting into. This is fun and games when we're winning, but when we're not winning, nobody's there jumping around and laughing. It's not a good time, right? So avoid shit like that, man. The way you avoid things like that is by doing your proper work, putting in the work for this. Coming to these classes, asking questions, man. I'm big on that. Asking questions, bro. Whatever you guys don't know, this is what we're here for. We're gonna show you guys, right? Everything we've known, or everything we've learned in the past few months and years. So
Kenny, I got a question.
what's up, my man?
So for this example that you're showing us on the screen right now, just curious,
Yes,
would
sir.
you, like, given where it is right now, would you wait until it gets to that trend line before opening along, or like what would make you have the decision to pull the trigger on pulling along on this example?
All right. So beautiful question, right? Me, I love my hour chart. Exactly why I'm on the hour right now. I love my demand zones, right? But again, just because we're here, mind you, we're at the resistance point right now, right? And I'll even put the line there just above it so you can see exactly what line it is. Here, right? So we're exactly at the support line as we speak, right? This demand zone is letting me know that, hey, if it doesn't hold on to this line, it can go as low as this, right? So even where we're at right now, even right now would be a good indication of a starter position, where you probably go in, 2%, right? 2%, because you have every intentions on averaging down on this, right? Another, here's where your averaging down line would be something like, I'm gonna say right here. Bam, 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 right? That's where my one DCA on this trade would be, right? That in case if I got in here and it's not working out for me, then you know what? This is going to be my chance to lower that entry from being up here to a little closer to down here. Same stop loss, no matter what. My stop loss is here on this trade, you know. But if I'm looking to get on in on this one, I'm bringing it down, scaling it down to the 5 minute. I'm looking at all of this. I'm looking at every indicator I had. Right now, stochastic just finished being overbought, coming down as we speak, supposedly, right? But again, it's not really coming down hard, right? You want your stochastic to be in your oversold. I mean, what is it? Overbought down here, oversold on top. Yeah. You want it to be in your overbought area right here. Same thing with your MACD lines. Your MACD lines are up here right now. It's showing you that we're in a dying uptrend, right? Whenever you have your histogram strong green like this, and that's the next class, man. You know what? Starting tomorrow, maybe I want to start going over some of these indicators, so I give you guys a nice little maybe class on indicators, maybe the top 5 indicators, whatever. So that way you guys can start opening your minds up to using indicators. But this is a beautiful one. This is one of my favorite indicators to use of all time, is the MACD. It shows me trend, right? So I know with strong green histogram like this is a strong uptrend, right? And it shows, right? Nice 3 big candles right there. And this is actually looks like a white soldiers, man. It looks like the 3 white soldiers, which I'm surprised. It kind of, well, yeah, it did go up even after that. But that's a strong bullish strong bullish candles right there. But this is what I'm looking at, man. I'm scaling down to a 5 minute. That's kind of my lowest time frame. Still breaking it down, right? Whenever I tell you guys, you see these things draw it, right? This is my uptrend. It broke, so now I know we're in a downtrend, right? Unless it happens to pick back up from here. Unless we also start, and I'm also looking at this being the support line, right? We had one bounce from it, went up. Two bounce, went up. Three bounces, right? All on this line. Again, remember, with support and resistance, they're never exact, right? It's always supposed to be a range. So it's showing me around this range that we have pretty good buy pressure coming in, right? Even right now, we're kind of dancing around it. So if I start to see this pick up, I see this little bad boy curve, I see this start to show me some strong histogram, strong green like this again, that's my indication of maybe, you know what, this is where I want to start my position on this trade. But these are all the things that I do, brother, man. Like, if I like it on that hour, which I kind of just showed you guys that I really do like it, it's not in a bad area. And look, when you go to your indicators on your hour, they're all on the prime example right here. Look, we just had a crossing on your stochastic, which is what I want. This is what I want on the 5 minute. This is what I want on the 5 minute too. I want these lines to be down here, closer. Mind you, even though it's showing me that it's a downtrend, it is dying down. That's good. That's good news, right? We want that downtrend to die down and to turn into an uptrend. So right now, both of these are kind of looking pretty positive for that. The only
So
one,
if you saw what we're seeing right now on the 5 minute, that would just be more of a stronger indication, more green lights.
exactly. I want to see a little bit more. I want to see these lines a little lower, right? I want to make sure that it's not gonna cross and do this, right? Look what happens every time you cross. Your blue line cuts the orange, gives you a downtrend, starts your histogram in red. So this is what that is looking like to me right now. It looks like it kind of wants to do that. Look how close it is, right? Now, however, that's not always the case. And let me show you guys. That's not always the case, right? Just because it's doing that doesn't mean it's going to do exactly that, right? Like, look, if I show you right here, let me see, right here. It looks like it was going to happen again, right? Your histogram is dying down. Your uptrend, right? Strong uptrend is showing you a dying down uptrend. It looked like it was going to cut right there, but it didn't. If this happens, I'm on this play right here, because then this will just curve up and it'll show me that this is a continuation of that uptrend. That, yeah, it was dying down, but it's going to pick right back up like it did right here. This is what I want right here. I want this to happen right here. And that'd be my fucking green light. But look, we just started the new candle. What time is it? Oh no, we got one more minute on that new candle. Look at it, how it's flickering from red to white. I'm staring at that shit, bro. That's one thing I'm looking at, man. I don't want it to turn red, because then we might get some few bars and a few minutes of red like it gave us right here. See? And again,
that makes sense. Thanks, I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. You got it, brother, man. Anytime, man. When I'm always breaking them down, brother. I'm always breaking them down, no matter what time frame I'm in. Especially the 5. I love drawing these lines on the 5 to help me get that better entry. But we just had a crossing on that uptrend. We have an overall downtrend, and again, these are small, right? Because it's on a 5 minute time frame. So it doesn't necessarily mean they're super strong. But even here, right? I can set this alert now where, hey, I want it to cross up. I want the candle to completely close above it. And hey, if I'm not on my phone, I can still, have that shit send me an email. I can have it send me a text message to my phone. This is why I love TradingView, guys. And I highly recommend you guys using TradingView, because they're just adding more and more cool shit like this that's going to make your trading so much easier, man. When I tell you guys that the minute I learned these alerts, it's made me a fucking monster at this now, because I used to be one that used to stare, man. I used to stare at this chart for hours, waiting for this breakout and coming back and going to grab some coffee and then coming back and checking. I don't do that anymore, man. Now I set myself up for success, man. I have my alert, my trend line here. I'm really good at catching trends, right? So that's my specialty, man. I set up alert trend lines. When it breaks these and breaks over, I'm looking for my long, right? When it breaks, small ones like this, getting in on my shorts. So setting myself up, man, for success, bro. Every time, man. Or at least I try. But look, you see, we're starting to get that crossing already. So we wait. This is something that just tells you, hey, man, it's still, on a bit of a downtrend. That's your pullback. That's okay, right? For every pull back, to go up to the next level, you need a pullback. You need profit taking to happen to get to that next level. So right now it's probably doing that. It's probably at profit taking. I would want to see it really close above this line because that's, that would eliminate your lower highs, right? Right now where we're at overall, it's giving us lower highs. That's your downtrend, right? If it was to continue following this, it's just going to continue giving us lower highs and lower highs and lower highs, which means that we're in a downtrend. We don't want a long on a downtrend, right? We want a long when it's showing us that we're having higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. And here's where it broke. If it would have continued doing this, then it would have just kept following the uptrend. If it makes any sense. Oh, damn, I miss doing this shit with you guys, man. Oh my god, bro. You guys have no idea how much I miss doing this with you guys, man.
There are trend lines on the 5-minute.
Say it again?
How accurate are trend lines on the 5-minute? How accurately does it follow it?
Let's test it out, brother. Great question. Let's test it out, right?
So I sometimes draw these trend lines and then it gets broken and then it gets broken down again. So it doesn't really show support of a trend line.
So here, I'll show you now, brother. Watch. Here, damn, I want this tool, man. How do I get this tool without? Look, this is a 5-minute chart, right? I'm going to show you guys every trend lines I see. Let me see about right here. So here's one. I'm going to have them all in white, right? Lower highs, still lower highs. Breaks trend.
But the one from about 6 o'clock?
6 o'clock, right here?
To the left. Sorry. One day earlier, to the left.
Oh,
to the left.
to the left. Right here. All right, so
now to the right again. The one on the white line.
This one, right here.
Yeah, and then at 6 o'clock. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you count that as support, or is it didn't touch the line completely?
Well, I mean, if you grab this point from earlier before, let's say you didn't see this, right? Let's say we're going like this. One, if you're at 6 o'clock already, you probably would have held it like this, right? Hold on. Something like this, right? Because mind you, at that point we didn't even see the front, so we're only seeing something like this, right?
That's at about 9 o'clock, and then you see a breakdown.
Bam.
But then a break up right again.
See, right here you had your trend break though, right? But again, it wasn't a strong one because it came right back into this. So that's the exactly. Those are the few times, brother. Like I want to say, with trend lines, especially mind you, this is a 5-minute, right? With trend lines, I've seen that they kind of almost work 8 out of 10 times, right? And again, I always tell you guys, right? There's nothing that is 100%. There's no indicator. There's no trend line. There's no pattern that you guys could look up that is always going to give you that 100% accuracy. Hey, it's working, right? And again, look, that's one, right? You're absolutely right. Look, it gave us a small little break, not much to work with, right? Bullshit, right? Even if you caught a short here, if you held long enough, though, it performed, right? Because look, mind you, right? This is your uptrend, right? Higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. It breaks. Let's say you bought a short right here. We'll put a line right here. Where is the horizontal ray? Right here, right? Let's say this was your short. Yeah, it didn't go your way for the first, few hours, right? But what happened afterwards? Patience. Patience is key.
Even if you put a stop above the recent swing high.
Boom. This would have been, yep, that would have been your stop loss right there. Would have never
hit.
Bam. Right?
And that's why it's important to take partial profits. Because if you would have taken profits at around, I think it's, right there.
Yeah.
That swing low. If you take partial profits there,
boom,
and you would hit your stop right after, no big deal because you're already taking profits.
Exactly, my man. This is why it's so key to take profits because, again, right, this is you grabbing what the market is giving you, right? The market's telling you, hey, dude, whether this is 10, 20, 30%, this is all I'm going to give you on that short, right? It was a trend break. You got it on a short. It took, some time to perform, right? They're not always going to perform right away, but it performed. It gave you about 10, 20, 30%. This is where you're like, dude, I'm closing half, 75%, whatever you're more comfortable with, right? Placing stop loss at entry. So you don't have to face all of this. Because if you didn't put that stop loss at entry, and let's say you close 50% of your portfolio or margin at this, which was about 30%, you're up, right? But if you would have held this to up here, Now you're closing the rest of your margin at -70, -80. Now you're in a loss. Your P&L for the day is bad, you know? Profits, guys. You gotta be comfortable with taking whatever the market can give you. And again, the beauty about crypto is that it's 24/7, right? So, hey, you only got 30%, fuck it. That's better than a loss, right? This is where we go right back to the charting. Hey, I love Gala so much that I want to keep trading this all day. Well, here, let me find another uptrend, right? Boom, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, breaks, short, small, right? And again, it's not giving us much every time, but it's still giving you something, you know? Fine, you didn't like that one? We'll go for another one here. Let me start erasing some of these real quick.
That's one thing that could also be helpful is to draw horizontal supports, and basically preferably on a higher time frame, because if you see the level that it got bounced off of from, I think it's a pretty heavy support line.
And brother, this is why I like looking at bigger time frames, like, especially when it comes to making these trend lines. Like my favorite is and mind you, I used to hate the 15 minute, man. I don't know why. I was never a big fan of the 15 minute. Now I'm starting to love it, man. I don't know what is it, but I'm starting to find trends, even better on a 15 minute. Right? Boom. Here's my lower highs. Right? Lower high, lower highs, lower highs. Breaks, performs. See? Right? Again, here, right? Practice with these things. Keep looking for them. Lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. Breaks trend, performs. Right? Like I'm starting to see even with the 15 minute, and now that I'm really glad you showed me that, Theo, because now it's showing me that maybe the five, it's successful in its way, right? Small little trends, but I'm starting to see that this 15 minute gives me way more, you know? Lower highs, breaks trend. This is your uptrend, right? Breaks, find the short. It's giving me way more performance than the 5 minute does. So now, that's something I write down in my head. Now it's like, all right, guys, well, the 5 was doing it okay, but I'm getting better trends on the 15 minutes. So now look for your trends on the 15 minutes. Check the 30 minutes. See how the 30 minutes look. Bigger time frames. So I'm telling you guys, bigger time frames are always going to confirm stronger trends, no matter how you point it, man. If you look at a daily, you're going to find strong trends on your daily, right? Damn, I keep squishing the screen, trying to thinking it's like the iPad, dude. I swear. Here, right? This is the beauty of identifying trend, that no matter what time frame you do it on, here's your lower highs, breaks, performs, right? Daily though, daily is you holding for a few days. That daily is big fucking drops, man. Like this is big gains. So for you guys that like those big gains, man, start looking at bigger time frames, 4 hours, the dailies, and try to find these trends. The only thing I'm not big on that is because I feel like it changes quick. I think anything can happen in a day, man. I've seen candles go down here in a day and then close green up here. It's just one of those things, man. This is why I love day trading, like just getting in and out, trying to find whatever the market can give me at that time frame, from whatever time to whatever time, because I just like getting in and out, man. But here's your downtrends, right? Same goes for your downtrend. You have lower highs, right? Breaks, performs, and again, it doesn't always have to be up here, right? It doesn't have to be 1,000%. 50 to 100% is okay. 30, 20 to 50% is okay. That's okay, because you're grabbing profits. You're out of that trade. It comes back down. Hit stop loss at entry. You're done. You already made 30, 40, 50%. Go look for another chart. Do the
Can
same
I ask a
thing.
quick question on that one you're showing right there?
Yes, sir. Of course. What's up?
So my question would be like, how do you gauge, and I don't know if you use a tool for it or not, but how do you gauge your take profits? Like, how do you choose where your take profit TP1, 2, 3 would be?
Beautiful. Look, and I really want to fucking get on this long. Beautiful question, my man. So this is it, right? Let's say you've identified your downtrend, right? Before we're seeing all of that, okay? You're identifying your downtrend. You're identifying your lower highs. You wait for that break. You get in here, right? Entry. Hold on.
Again, real quick, if you want to simulate if you don't see anything, you can use the replay tool.
Oh, I love that shit. God damn, I love you. I love you, Theo. Yeah, hell yeah, we can do that. Let me see. So it would be here, right? Okay, something like this. Well, yeah, hold on. Bam, right there, right? Oh, stop. Right? If you got in here, right, because you have lower highs, you're waiting, again, you're not chasing the short because it's already formed, right? It's already doing its thing. So you're patient about it. You set your alert goes off, it breaks. You decide you want to get on a long because it broke trend. You get in right here, right? Entry or right here. Your TPs right off the back. The reason why I always wait a few minutes to get into a trade is because I do something like this where I like to get in, send you guys a call right away. Because again, it takes time, man. Type all this shit out, send it out. Sometimes, my entry is here. By the time you guys get it, it's already up here. So this is why I kind of tend to kind of like get in on the trade, send it out right away, and then send you guys the info. But once I'm in this, here are my TPs. Right here, I see support. TP, right? Right here, let me see. So this is our entry. This is the closest. Boom. Resistance, support, resistance, support, support. TP1, TP2. Number 3, right about here. Support, breaks, resistance. TP number 3. 1, 2, 3. Entry right here. See what I'm saying? That's the way you're always going to see me put TPs. I'm never going to throw you guys lines just to throw it. I'm always going to show you guys lines on those TPs that it's things that I'm looking at. And mind you, look, I didn't have to zoom out to the daily, to the 4-hour, or anything big, right? And again, I could, and it'll show me even clearer TPs and maybe some things that I missed, right? Because look, now I'm seeing a strong support right here. I kind of missed this one right above this one. See? So that's how I'm doing it, brother. Every time I get in on a trade, I'm looking at these prior support and resistance levels. So as much as I can see, man, as much as I can fit into this screen and I can see these prior support resistance levels, then that's where my TPs are always going to be looking. If I push this one back, now I can see it work as a support here, work as a support there. My eyes, guys, I catch these things quick, man, because I study and I chart every day. The more you
So you're
chart,
looking for like those three or more touches, 2 to 3 plus
yes,
touches.
brother, yes, exactly that. You want a minimum 3 to 5 touches on anything you do, brother. Look, even trend line wise, right? Like if I hug it right there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Minimum 3 to 5 touches. My supply zone, 1, 2, 3. Minimum 3 to 5. These lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right here,
Can I add
right?
one thing to that?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
If you take a look at the swing top, at the white box
Right
right
here.
there, you can kind of see a trend line downwards. And if you draw the trend line, I think it kind of matches with the support line. You can also use that as a take profit, like that exactly.
Bam.
You can
Exactly.
see it perfectly matching up with the second take profit, maybe even the first take profit.
Yes,
So that
dude.
could also be used as a confluence to take profit.
Yo,
And I
guys.
think if you click on the replay, it actually rejects off of that line.
Let's see.
Not sure though.
Bam, Theo, right there. Look at that.
Oh my god, that's perfect. Holy shit.
Fucking beautiful,
Yeah,
Theo. Fucking
that's pretty
beautiful,
fucking accurate.
man. Yo, you see, guys? TA. You see what TA does for you, man? He called it, right? He said it. Look at that. Perfect line on how it rejects, gives you lower highs, right? We hit the play button. I didn't even see this until you called it out right now. And it happened to be not only on his trend line that he just identified for us, but the TP number 2, right? It literally showed us that it nipped it and it came straight down to shit. TA is big, guys. TA is everything to me, man. Like, I don't think you guys understand how excited I get when I see shit like this happen because it's only showing you that you're doing something right? If you're able to draw these lines and before, we hit play or we're in a live chart, it's hitting and it's rejecting, that shit helps, man. It helps you guide yourself in the right direction when it comes to these trades, right? Just because you got in up here doesn't mean you're necessarily out, right? Either you're having your stop loss and you're cutting for a quick loss, which is okay. But if you're not, then you're setting yourself up for, hey, you know what? This is my next super strong support on this, right? this is going to be where I average down. And hey, you know what? If it doesn't play out, which is okay, right? Just because you average down, and just because I know my DCAs are 100 times better than my entries, doesn't mean that I'm going to bag hold this. If it's doing this and it hits and I happen to average down here and it's starting to come closer to my entry line, which is now over here because I averaged down, if it decides it wants to come down this way and hit stop loss, then fuck, by all means, I can't do any. We don't control the market, right? We don't know if it's going to come down or not. And if it does, then fuck it. It is what it is. It's a loss. Losses are part of the process, guys. Believe it or not. I know, and I hate losses, man. Like, I take them really, to the back sometimes, man. I don't like losses, man. But I know it's part of it, right? And I don't beat myself up as much because I know it's part of it, right? And every time I take a loss, guys, I shit you not, man, I come looking stronger, right? I come back looking to not really make up that loss, but to make myself good, man. Like, I look at those mistakes. I'm like, all right, well, that entry, wasn't the best, and I'm dissecting why. And then I'm coming back to these indicators. I'm like, of course it wasn't in there because, the stochastic was all the way up here. It was overbought, right? Showing us right here. It was overbought. Yes, sir.
There's one more confluence that you could add to this trade. If you draw a Fibonacci tool from the start of your the second purple line.
The second purple line.
Yeah, the start of it.
Okay. Oh, the way back here? This one or this one?
Yeah, that one. If you start the Fibonacci tool from there to the recent swing low. Like right before you entered the trade.
Down here?
There.
Okay, let me see if I can find the fibs on this.
Yeah, it's that one, yeah.
So from here, all the way to...
down. Yep, right there. No, a little bit up.
Okay, hold on.
To the entry point, basically, the low of the entry point.
Oh shit, I fucked up. Hold on. Dude, I'm telling you, man, I'll get this steal. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. I'm gonna get this bad boy down packed. All right, from there to all the way down here, you said?
No. A little bit up. Yeah, that one.
This one right here?
Yeah, and you can see it also matches with the 78 level, and actually the close matches with the 61.8 level. If you zoom in a little bit.
Yes, sir. I see it. Guys,
that's why I really love the 0 point or the 61 level of the Fibonacci retracement. It's like the golden pocket. If you take a look in history, how many times in different time frames it just rejects off of that level. It's amazing.
See, I didn't know that, man. I didn't know that. Thank you for telling me that, dude. And you know what's also good about fib lines? It's confirming where our lines is, right? Like, we drew these manual support and resistance TP lines, right? Well, we happen to put a fib, and it's almost exactly right where our lines are, man. That's showing you that you're drawing good lines when you're doing that, right? If you have tools like this that are showing you, really good support and resistance lines, and you're matching it with the ones that you're drawing, doing something pretty good, man. And I'm telling you, like, there's just so many tools like this that you can back test your own theories on these things. This is one of them, man. I love fib lines, man. I've never really been really good at using it manually, but I have one, right? Like, watch, I'll show you guys. I have where is it? Where do I find my all my indicators? Is it this one? Yeah. See, I have this one called auto fibs. Bam, and I don't like that it has that rainbow looking in the back, but
You can probably change the settings now.
Yeah. I thought I had it on there too. Usually have it right here.
Oh yeah. I actually have my Fibonacci retracement with no background and just all white lines except for the 61 level, which is golden. That's why I call it the golden. This is
something they did, bro. This is something that they just did.
I actually like that tool. Auto fib. I'm gonna save that.
Oh yeah, this is a good one, brother. I really like this auto fib, man. It just turns it on and just does it for you, man. I love it. And then again, you just gotta play with this. You gotta play with the background and take off all that noise. Damn, I forgot which one was it, man. And you want to put it on the right so it's not in the way of your candles. And look, it'll be right here, your percentages and everything. I really like the auto fizz, man. Like, it's one that I do tend to turn on and off. Again, there's a way to turn all of this. I know how to do it on the iPad. I don't know how to do it on here, but We'll find it, and you can just turn off all this noise, the color. That rainbow shit they added is part of the update. I don't know why they did that, but it is what it is.
It says auto fib. If you scroll down, you can see the background transparency if you put it at 100 or 0. I'm not sure. I think 100.
0, right? Ooh, God.
And now it's gonna be full. If you put it at 100, it's gonna be hidden.
I think if you just untick the boxes, it might get rid of the color.
Yeah, you're right. I think it's that.
No, if you untick the box, it's gonna get rid of the line.
No,
Oh,
I think
okay.
the color box.
But yeah, I think it's here. Hold on, is it?
It might be under style.
No, it's not on style. I checked it.
Labels. I think
no.
It's one of these. He's right. I think it is. It's line fills. I think.
Oh, line
but
fills,
whatever.
yeah, exactly.
We can all play with that shit later on. You guys want to play with it? It's there for you guys. These tools are good, man. Fib lines. Fibonacci lines has been something I've been hearing from day one that I started trading, right? I've personally never had the time myself to dig deep into it to know exactly what they mean. As even Elliott Wave, right? Elliott Wave is something I've always wanted to play with, right? And that's just why I wanted this guy's class so bad, was because I've never just really had the time to sit and study Elliott Waves, but I know it's very effective, man, because it's one of those tools, man. Elliott wave theory is big, and you'll hear about that. You'll hear about Fibonacci lines. You just got to take the really, the time to kind of really study and see what it's about. But I know with my experience using the fibs that I know how to use it, right? I know how to use it to set up to make sure that my lines are on point. I've always looked at the same line. Damn, I think I erased it. I gotta play with this fib line again. But you know how you look at the 61? I would always look at the red one, man. That 23 line, I think it is. For some reason, I always see a lot of good rejections off of that. So those are things that you guys play with, man, day to day. I'll go over this one too, man. I'll throw this into the list of indicators I want to teach you guys, and we'll play with these, man. And again, I want to just open you guys' minds up to different indicators, things that will help you trade, man. I have over fucking 10, 50 indicators, guys. Like, just because they're not all there doesn't mean I don't use them. Like each and every one of them here that are on my favorites, believe it or not, they get used. I have a lot, man. I just, I don't turn them all on because then it's this. I don't want you guys to look at my fucking charts like this. I don't want to look at my charts like this because I know I can't trade this shit, man. It's too much noise. Way too much noise, right? Who can trade this? It's I've read it a lot in books, guys, that too much noise on your screen will derail you from your TA. This is why I preach on the simplicity, right? Making things simple. Sometimes I want to say a lot of the times when I'm drawing my TA, and just like I was showing you guys, all day today, I don't like having anything on. I just like having my lines, my support, my resistance, my supply and demand, and my candles. That's it. Once it comes down to me going in on the trade, like I was showing my man, right? That I'm going down to the 5-minute, then I'm starting to turn one by one, right? I know what my alligator lines do. Those are trend indicators, right? I'm looking at this right now. It's showing me that it's a little sideways, right? Okay, boom. Turn it back off. I know what's that one showing me. My linear. What's my linear showing me? Well, it's showing me right now that we're in a downtrend, right? It's pointing down, right? It's showing me a downtrend. Does it mean that we're going to stay that way? No, absolutely not. This can easily start picking right back up, and you'll see the linear straighten out and then point up, right? So I know that about the linear because I've used it that long. These are all indicators that I study. Boom, super trends. Right now it's showing me an uptrend. That's a good sign, right? Right now it's actually showing me consolidation because I know with my super trend line that whenever it straightens out, it's showing me consolidation or it's getting ready to come down, to turn into a downtrend. These are all things that I'm going to teach you all, you guys, man. I'm going to show you guys all these indicators that I've used over the past few years. I want you guys to show me the ones that you're using so I can learn how to use it and give classes on those, But we're gonna do a lot, guys, man. We're gonna do a lot, man. I commend each and every one of you for being here, bro. Like I'm seeing all the names here. Static has been a fucking. Oh, Static just left. Damn. I was gonna say something good about Static, but Static has been one that he's been in these fucking chats all day, every day. Setu is another one. Mr. E Kicks is another one. Ingo has been another one that's been, I know, for a while. DeFi Daddy's been in these fucking chats. Blur has been in these chats. All you guys. I've seen you guys' faces in here, man. Good. Static is back. I was just giving you a big, round of applause, brother, because I see you in every class. I love that shit, man. You guys don't understand. That was me. I was in every fucking class. My server that I was used to pay subscription to, used to throw it live. That was me. I was just like all you guys, man. So I makes me happy to see you guys in these classes, man. It really does, because it shows that you guys want this. And the more I see you guys want this, the more you're gonna see me do these classes. Whenever I see people not really into these classes, it dies down. I'm like, I guess you guys don't really want it. When I see you guys in here like this, it shows that you want this shit, man. And I'm all about helping the next man, bro. If I see you guys want it as bad as I do, fuck, we can do this all day, all night. I've been in servers. You can ask Mr. Supply and Demand. He'll tell you. We've been up to 2, 3 in the mornings fucking trading. We've been up to some days to 4 or 5 in the afternoon trading. All like it's doing lives, especially like this. I'll do this all day with you guys, man. But I gotta see that you guys want it, man, and I see it. Just in the names, the faces that I'm seeing right now shows me that you guys want this, because I've seen you guys in all the classes we have. 90% of you right now were in these fucking class yesterday with Astro. It's a Friday and you guys are in this class right now. That's hunger. That shows that you want this shit, man. And if you guys want it, bro, I'll be more than happy to keep giving it to you guys, man. Real talk.
Eddie,
Yes, sir.
just real quick, a big shout. Yeah, it has been said countless of times, but a big shout out to you for organizing everything like this.
Who's that? Say
You're
it
one of
again.
the guys. You are the one who makes it possible for us to join these classes and for the community to learn stuff. It's you who makes it possible. So big shout out to you, man.
Oh, thank you guys. Yo, guys, that should put a smile on my face. Thank you, man. Like, you guys, I love this, man. Like, when I tell you this has been a blessing to me, man, I'm your regular guy, dude. I had my 9 to 5 shitty job, man. I was miserable, and I gave it a shot, man. I gave it a shot. I took this on full time, and I have been the fucking happiest, right? I'm a father, man. When I was working my other jobs, I was a boat captain before. Before this job, I had fucking I was working in the hotels, maintenance engineer, having to work weekends. I can't see my fucking kids half the time because I'm in fucking work, having to work a double shift. When I was on the boats, I was in those fucking jobs, dude, 60 hours a week. 60 hours a week, not being able to see my kids. Guys, there's nothing that has brought more fucking happiness to me than me learning trading, man. And when I tell you guys, a lot of people, suffered in the pandemic, man, and it sucks, right? I've lost friends that fucking died in the pandemic. It's a bitch, man, what happened with that, right? I took it as a blessing, bro, because when that happened, it opened me up to trading, something I would have probably never looked at in my life. It's changed my fucking life, man. Like, I'm happier now. Now I'm fucking going to the gym again, losing this fat dad bod that I've been having the past 3, 4, 5 years because every shit job that I'm in, I don't have time to take care of my own body, my mind. I'm picking up meditation. Like, it's changed my life, man. And if it's done this much for me, then I'm a nobody, man. I'm a fucking nobody, dude. Like, I I can't tell you guys the shit jobs that I've had. Like, I've come from nothing, man, and it's changed me, bro, and it's changed everything I've done these past 2 years. It can happen to any one of us, man. We just gotta, put in that time. All of you guys here, man. When I'm telling you, it's been a grind. It's been a grind, man. It's not a fucking walk in the park. It hasn't been all shits and giggles and hey, it's great. No, it's been a grind, but it's something that I dedicated my life to, man. I'm like, you know what? If this job is gonna bring me happiness, if it's gonna give me time for my kids, if it's gonna give me time for myself and my wife, that I don't have to be, glued, to these charts, right? This is why I love these new things that I'm learning on TradingView, where even now is making my trading even easier. Where I don't have to be glued to my computer because we have trend lines, right? And if it breaks trends, beep, 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 my phone goes off. Oh shit, running back to work, going to check my charts. They're making it easier and easier for us to trade. And I'm here to show you guys that this shit isn't hard. I'm not an educated man. You guys can tell by the way I speak. I grew up in the hood, but that doesn't mean that I stay there, right? I still don't want that for my kids. So I'm going to show them a good life, man. I'm going to show them all the things that I didn't have. And it's all possible with this, man, with trading. Trading has changed my life. So I want to do the same for you guys. Yo, I love you guys, man, for being here on a Friday. Like I said, with me doing this in general. Um, let's keep grinding, man. And anything, and I'm telling you, especially you guys that are here in this class, whatever you fucking guys need, man, DM me. My DMs are always open to you guys. If you guys don't want to talk about it in chat, not everybody's, chatty Cathy and want to be in the chats. I get it. It's cool. Some people are introverts. They want to stick to themselves. Then DM me, DM me, DM Twisted Churro. That's my right-hand man. Like that's my brother, man. I met this dude in Arizona. He's with us right now. Like, this guy is a fucking genius, man. He's gonna be my right hand man in Good Vibes. He's gonna help me run this shit right. Right? He's a fucking genius. Pick his brain. You'll be surprised at things you're gonna learn from Twisted, man. I've learned so many things, being Twisted's friend these past few years. But again, you guys are doing great, man. Like, I really give you guys a round of applause, man. Pat on your backs for being here on a Friday, learning this with me. Thank you. Thank you for joining me always. More classes to come. You already know, man. Sunday, we have our Sunday prep every Sunday. I'm gonna stick to that faithfully. Then I'm also gonna pick a day out the week where we do lives like this, right? I don't want them to always be random. I want them to be a day where you guys know that we're gonna do lives, so you come prepared, kind of thing, right? So I'm gonna find a day and a time for that as well. Maybe like a Wednesday at 8 at night. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But I'm gonna add another day to that too. And then again, like I said, man, everybody that's just coming in here that I see that has a bright mind for this, that has the heart in the right place, they're going to teach, they're going to teach you guys what they know. So we're going to always be learning. And I'm telling you guys, man, like, it's sky's the limit, man. We're going to keep moving up from here. So thank you guys again, bro. Appreciate you guys.
Hey, Kenny, real quick.
Yes,
Yeah, if
sir.
any of you guys have any questions for me, just add me as a friend and then DM me, because I don't like having the open DM just because of all the other crap scams and all that that goes around. But if you're in our Discord, obviously I'll add you as a friend, so it's all cool. You can ask me whatever. If I don't know the answer, usually I do the research for you guys.
That's right.
And try to find the answer.
That's right, man. We're a team, man. If he don't know it, he'll ask me. If I don't know, I'll ask him. But we'll get you guys the answers, man. One way or another, we're good at that, man. We're good at finding answers, even if we don't know it ourselves, and sharing it with you guys. So, thank you guys again, man. Appreciate you guys. See you guys on Sunday. And again, tomorrow, I don't think I have much to do, man. Like, I've been sick all fucking week, so I definitely want to maybe go to the beach in the morning with the wife and the kid, and that's it. Once we come back home, I'm trading, man. I'm trying to get into some trades, start building this port up again. It's just been stagnant. It hasn't moved in over a week. I think I made some money the other day following AR's call. That's it. I want to start building up my port again, making trades. So this weekend, next week, we're back to fucking work. We're back to trading. And whenever we throw calls out, man, maybe we'll just jump on and we'll watch it, and I'll show you guys exactly what I'm looking at, why I got on, what I'm looking for in case it's not going our way, to see if we can get out of it alive, and how to fucking exit if that shit is not working our way. Then guys, we're getting out together. We're all going to get out together, and you'll see why I'm getting out, right? And again, you'll see that sometimes when I get out of a trade, man, like, it's for a reason, right? If I'm seeing something not breaking up, it's for a reason. We get out, all of a sudden, hours later, it's down here, and we just avoided a negative 100, at 40, 20%, right? So you're going to see all that, man. I want you guys to see all that so you guys can understand, because I honestly think with visuals, it works just better for everybody, honestly. So plenty more to come, guys. Thank you guys so much, man. Have a great weekend. Enjoy it with your families, your friends, man. Don't always just chart. Give your brains a fucking break every now and then. It works, even every time I take a break from all this shit, I come back and I chart way, way better, man. So that's it, man. Guys, thank you again. Love you guys. We'll talk to you guys soon. Again, our DMs are always open. Hit us up, if you guys have any questions. All right.
All right, thanks, man. Have a good one.
Can I ask
Yes,
one
sir.
last question?
Yes,
Hey,
bro. For you, Theo, I could fucking answer like a million questions, Theo. I fucking love you, man. What's up?
No, I only need one. When will Astro's live session be uploaded?
He sent it to me. Today. On task. I have to make Mr. Doji's channel. I have to upload that
Yeah,
video.
I kind of missed that because I just joined at that time. Is Doji gonna have his own channel? Is he gonna be an analyst?
Yeah, he earned it, man. One thing
That's
I'm big
fucking awesome,
on.
man.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, that's fucking awesome.
That
I
man earned
love
it, bro.
love it.
I'm big on consistency, man. You know, anybody, and I'm always dude. When I'm guys, I look at everything, bro. Like I look at these chats all the time to see what you guys like, what you don't like. I look at these plays, man. My member alerts. I did that shit for a reason, man. I wanted to see who really stands out, and he's done it, man. He's done it from day one. He joined us literally like the first week we opened up Good Vibes. He was in here and he's killed it, man. He's made calls after calls. I named him Mr. Doge because he was only making Doji calls and he was fucking like 5 for 7 or 5 for 6 out of his Doji calls. So I'm like, dude, you're Mr. Doge. That's it. And it's stuck with him. So he deserves it, man. He earned it. And that's the way to do it, guys. You start off at members alerts. Catch our attention, man. Make those fucking calls, And again, you're gonna have losses, you're gonna have wins. He has a few losses in there. Doesn't make him a bad trader, right? But what makes him stand out is that he never gave up. He never gives up. Dude keeps going. Even after a shit trade, he's like, all right, well, fuck this. Look, oh my god, we hit 100%. I'm like, that's consistency, man. That's grind. That's what I look for, man. So yeah, he's gonna have his channel.
One of a few of his signals.
Dude,
Definitely.
I've taken two, and he's made me money on both of them, bro. I think both broke over 100%. They were both doji ones, so the kid is good, man. The kid is good. But yeah, he deserves it. He's gonna get his channel. I'll make him his emoji, all that shit, so you guys could click on him for alerts. And then again, I still have to upload the video. I'll announce that as soon as I upload that. Now that I have my own system to recording, I should have these things up and fucking in there. The only problem was that Astro recorded it and he sent it to me, so now I gotta download it to mine and blah blah blah. But whatever, it'll get done tonight for sure. And then I'm trying to get you guys that Bybit ASAP. Like I said, it's 20%. Something is something. They're not really giving it to too many people, man. And the fact that I had to fight that guy for it, I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna join an affiliated Bybit unless my guys are getting something, right? I don't want that just affiliated shit where it's like, oh, well, if you complete all these tasks, you might gain like $600 or blah blah blah. No, I want you guys to get your discount, and if you want to do all that other shit for extra money, then do it. But my main thing was to make sure you guys get discounts. So with Bybit, you guys will have 20% off. With BitGet, we have about 33% off on our trading fees. So either one you guys want to use, up to you guys.
I thought you hated Bybit.
I don't. Hey, listen. I did it for you guys. You see what I'm saying? I went in these chats and I see that everybody keeps writing Bybit. I'm like, oh, these guys really fucking like Bybit. All right, let me see what I can do. I went around, did my homework, man. I found a few guys that work with them. I'm like, all right, dude, what do I have to do to get fucking partnership with them? They gave me the info, and I'm like, you know what? For the guys. There you go. There you go. I'm gonna try it though. I'm gonna try it. It's not a bad idea, Theo. It's not a bad idea to have multiple accounts. I have Bybit, OKEX, and now BitGet. All three I'm gonna have. So.
You don't use Binance?
I can't, bro. I can't. I had bought a verified account. What was it? A few months back, and my phone had the Google Authenticator. I was mad one day, threw that shit, the whole screen shattered. Fucking anger issues. I ended up losing that account, dude. I lost like $4,000 in that shit. And I was like, damn, never again, So,
yeah. Well, I can't use Binance either. The reason why is very stupid. Apparently, they have a security system where you cannot make an account when the last name and the date of birth is already known in the system. That's like their criteria to add a new user. And I have a twin brother, which has the same last name and the same date of birth. So they said, yeah, you already exist, so you can't make another account.
You see? Yo, Binance, is the only exchange that is so anal with that shit, man. Like they're really
I
fucking
know,
anal.
right?
I don't, and it sucks because they are the best, man. Like if
Yeah,
anybody could
they're
get Binance
definitely.
account, use it, bro. I love Binance. And again, it's not for the exchange itself. It's the fact that they have the fucking biggest list, man. Like their watch
Just want
list,
the Fed out of their ass.
dude. Their watch list is triple the size of my big get watches, my guy. Like that, it's that many charts you have to choose from. Even on red days like today, you'll see at least 10 green fucking coins that are just not moving with Bitcoin at all. That they're doing their own thing, and you can still find good trades on them. That's why I love Binance for that. But unfortunately, I can't get my hands on it, so I gotta play with all these other ones. You know. All right, man. All right, guys. I'm out of here, man. I'm gonna go get some soup. Continue to try to get pump myself to feel better, so I can start being 100 for tomorrow, this week, and kicking ass again. Because I miss trading like fucking crazy, man. Guys, enjoy your day. I'll be around, man. I'll be all over the place, fixing a few things up to the server, trying to get us to finalize that deal with Bybit and what else? What else? The channel, the video, and I'll have that uploaded by tonight for sure, Theo. All right, give me some time on that video. I'll have
Yeah,
that.
I'm about to sleep anyways, so if it's tomorrow, that's also fine.
Yes, sir.
Because it's about 12 o'clock here, 12 a.m.
Okay.
Like midnight. It's midnight here.
Okay. All right. Get some rest, brother. Get some rest. All right, guys. Thank you, Theo. Thank you always. Twisted, love you,
Yeah.
brother. Thank you guys for coming, man. Like again, you guys, man. I'm seeing your faces, man, and you guys keep that shit up, man. Keep coming to these classes, and you're gonna see that your training and your learning is gonna excel past everybody in these chats, man. Because you guys are hungry for it, man. And it's the hungry ones that move up. It's the ones that get lazy and all that shit that don't tend to do much with this, man. I've seen it. It's the hungry ones that really stand out. You guys are it. So keep that shit up, man. Very happy for you guys, man. Let's do this. Have a good night, guys.
Alright.
Enjoy your day. Enjoy your
See you guys.
weekends. Peace out.